Hello, my fellow green thumbs. Winter doesn't mean our patios and porches have to look bare and boring. In fact, winter is one of my favorite times to decorate because there's something magical about transforming a cold, dreary space into a warm and welcoming winter retreat. Today, I'm sharing over $20 tree DIY ideas that will transform your outdoor spaces into winter wonderlands without breaking the bank or your back. And I mean it when I say these ideas are stunning. We're not talking about cheap-looking crafts here. These are designer-quality projects that will have your neighbors asking where you shopped. Everything we're making today is senior-friendly, weather-resistant, and classy enough that your neighbors will think you spent a fortune. I've tested every single one of these projects myself, and I'll be sharing tips along the way to make them even easier for you. So grab your hot cocoa, settle in, and let's get decorating. I promise by the end of this video, you'll be itching to get to your local Dollar Tree. Segment 1. Elegant Winter Planters. Let's start strong with some show-stopping planters that will make your entrance look like it belongs in a magazine. DIY 1. Frosted Evergreen Urns. These look like something straight out of a designer catalog, but they're made entirely from Dollar Tree finds, and I'm going to show you exactly how to create them. First, I'm taking these large plastic planters. The ones that usually look a little cheap if we're being honest. But here's the transformation. I'm giving them a coat of oil-rubbed bronze spray paint. You can also use matte black or even a dark green. This instantly elevates them from looking cheap to looking chic and expensive. Once they're completely dry, and give them a full 24 hours if you can, we're filling them with floral foam. And here's a senior-friendly tip that I absolutely love. The foam means you can arrange everything at table height. No bending down, no kneeling on the ground, no straining your back to adjust stems. Do all your arranging sitting comfortably at a table, and then just carry the finished planter to its spot. Now, layer in your evergreen picks at different heights. I like to start with the tallest pieces in the back and work my way forward. Add some pine cones. You can use real ones from your yard or the faux ones from Dollar Tree. Tuck in a few berry stems for pops of color. And here's the key. Don't be afraid to let some pieces cascade over the edge. This creates that full, overflowing, expensive look that you see in professional arrangements. Place these on either side of your front door, and I promise you, people will stop and stare. They'll want to know where you got them. I've had neighbors literally knock on my door to ask, and they're shocked when I tell them the whole thing cost about $8 per planter. DIY 2. Birch branch corner displays. Next up, let's talk about creating height and drama with almost no effort. These birch branch corner displays are perfect for filling those awkward empty spaces on your porch. Take tall glass vases from Dollar Tree. I picked up 3 different heights to create visual interest. You could use all the same size, but varying the heights makes it look more intentional and designed. Now fill them with white painted branches. Dollar Tree sells these. Or you can collect branches from your yard and paint them yourself with white spray paint. Here's where the magic happens. Wrap battery-operated fairy lights around those branches before you put them in the vase. The lights should be nestled throughout the branches, not just wrapped around the outside. This creates depth and makes the whole thing glow from within. Add a little faux snow at the bottom of each vase. You can use Epsom salt, fake snow from Dollar Tree, or even white pebbles. And when you turn those lights on at dusk, it's absolutely breathtaking. The branches cast these beautiful shadows, and the lights twinkle like stars. These work beautifully flanking doorways, in empty porch corners, or even on either side of a bench. And because they're battery-operated, you can put them anywhere without worrying about cords or outlets. DIY 3. Layered Winter Bulb Bowls. Now, for our covered porches, I love these layered winter bulb bowls. These are perfect if you have a porch table, a side table, or any surface that needs a finishing touch. Take a wide, shallow bowl. Dollar Tree has several options, or you might have something at home already. Fill it with white and silver ornaments. And here's the trick. Mix different sizes and textures. Use some shiny ornaments, some matte ones, some with glitter. The variety is what makes it interesting. Tuck in some faux eucalyptus around the edges. I love eucalyptus because it has that silvery green color that works for winter without being too Christmassy. You can use this arrangement well into February and March. Nestle an LED candle right in the center, and you're done. The key here is layering. Don't just pile things in randomly. Think about how the eye moves around the arrangement. I like to place the larger ornaments first, then fill in with smaller ones. The eucalyptus should peek out naturally, not look like it's been stuck in as an afterthought. This is a 5-minute project that looks like you spent an hour on it. And that's exactly what we're going for today: maximum impact with minimum effort and expense. Segment 2. Lighting Magic. Nothing says winter elegance like soft, glowing lights, and you don't need a single electrical outlet for what I'm about to show you. These next 3 projects are all about creating that warm, inviting ambience that makes people want to linger on your porch even in the cold. DIY 4. Lantern Glow Clusters. These lantern glow clusters are my absolute favorite, and I get compliments on them every single year. I picked up black metal lanterns in 3 different sizes from Dollar Tree. And here's an important design secret that interior designers use all the time: always group things in odd numbers. 3 or 5 looks intentional and pleasing to the eye. 2 or 4 looks like you ran out of money or forgot to finish the project. Put battery-operated candles inside each lantern. Go for the ones with timers if you can find them. They turn on automatically at the same time every evening, which is wonderful when it gets dark early and you don't want to go outside to fiddle with lights. Now, here's what takes these from basic to beautiful. Create little greenery collars around the base of each lantern using pine picks and ribbon. The greenery softens the look and connects the lanterns visually. You can wire these together or use zip ties. No one will see them under the greenery. Group them on your porch steps, next to your seating area, or even at different heights using plant stands or overturned crates. When the sun goes down, this creates the most inviting, warm glow. It says, "Welcome, come sit with me, stay a while." DIY 5. Mason Jar Snow Globes with Lights. Let me show you these mason jar snow globes with lights. These are adorable, and they're so easy that you could make a dozen of them in an afternoon. Inside each jar, I've placed a mini bottle brush tree. You can get a whole bag of these at Dollar Tree, usually in different sizes. Arrange 1 or 2 trees in each jar, depending on the size. Add a layer of Epsom salt at the bottom. It looks just like snow and catches the light beautifully. Some people use fake snow, but I actually prefer Epsom salt because it has this crystalline sparkle that looks like real ice. Now here's the fun part. Drop in a small battery-powered fairy light. You can usually fit a whole strand of lights in a mason jar if you coil it carefully, or use one of those single LED lights that float. Screw the lid back on, and you've got a glowing winter scene in a jar. Line these along a porch railing, down the center of an outdoor table, or even up your porch steps. They're weighted enough that they won't blow over in normal wind, and that Epsom salt sparkles like real ice crystals when the lights hit it. I made 8 of these last year, and they became my most used decoration. I even brought them inside on really cold nights and used them on my dining table. They're that versatile. DIY 6. Illuminated Ice Bucket Displays. Here's one that always gets compliments and questions: illuminated ice bucket displays. People cannot figure out how I made these, and they're hilariously simple. Take clear ice buckets or containers from Dollar Tree. They usually have these in the party section. Drop in a submersible LED light, the waterproof kind that's meant for vases. These usually come in packs with a remote control, which is fantastic because you can change the colors without opening anything. Add faux ice cubes around the light. Dollar Tree sells bags of acrylic ice cubes, or you can use clear glass gems. Toss in some ornaments, maybe some silver picks, some glittery stems, whatever matches your color scheme. The light shines through everything and creates this gorgeous, glowing centerpiece. The beauty of this is you can change out the colors and decorations for different occasions. Use red and green ornaments for Christmas, all white and silver for winter elegance, even pastels later for spring. The base stays the same. You just swap out the top decorations. Place these on porch tables, on wide stair railings, or even flanking your doorway. At night, they create pools of colored light that are just magical. Segment 3. Vertical Impact Projects. Let's talk about making a big visual impact without taking up any floor space. This is especially important if you have a smaller porch or if you're using mobility aids and need to keep pathways clear. These projects go up instead of out. DIY 7. Wreath Wall Trio. My favorite vertical project is the wreath wall trio. This makes such a statement, and it's easier than you might think. I'm using 3 wreaths in different sizes: a large one that's maybe 18 inches, a medium that's about 14 inches, and a small one around 10 inches. Hang them vertically on the wall next to your door using command hooks. The beauty of command hooks is no drilling, no holes, no damage to your walls, and they hold surprisingly well. Just make sure you're using the right size hook for the weight of your wreath. Tie the wreaths together visually with the same ribbon color. I'm using this burgundy velvet ribbon on all three, with long tails that flow down. But let each wreath have its own personality. My largest one has pine cones and berries. The medium has more eucalyptus and white flowers, and the small one is mostly greenery with a few tiny ornaments. You can go traditional with pine and red berries, modern with eucalyptus and white, or rustic with grapevine and burlap. The vertical arrangement draws the eye up and makes your entrance feel grand and impressive. It's much more interesting than a single wreath on the door, and honestly, I think it looks more expensive too. DIY 8. Shutter Pocket Planters. Now here's something a little different that I absolutely adore, shutter pocket planters. These are perfect for seniors because you're working at eye level the whole time. Take a wooden shutter. Dollar Tree usually has these in their craft section, or you can find them at thrift stores. Give it a coat of paint in your favorite color. I went with a weathered white for that farmhouse look, but navy blue would be stunning, or even a soft sage green. Attach small baskets using S-hooks through the slats of the shutter. The S-hooks just slip right through, no tools needed. Fill those baskets with winter florals, greenery, berry picks, or even small potted plants if you have a covered porch. The beauty of this project is that you're decorating at eye level. No ladder, no climbing, no reaching, no risk. Just hang the shutter on your wall at a comfortable height, and you can change out the basket contents whenever you want without any strain. And when spring comes, just swap out the winter flowers for tulips, daffodils, or even fresh herbs. This is a year-round decoration that earns its keep. DIY 9. Tiered Tray Winter Display. For those of you with covered porches and a love of tiny details, these tiered tray winter displays are pure joy to put together. This is like creating a tiny winter village or scene, and it's incredibly relaxing to arrange. Use a tiered tray. Dollar Tree has both round and rectangular options. Fill it with small winter accessories, tiny trees, little houses, miniature sleds, small lanterns, maybe a tiny snowman or two. You're creating layers and vignettes on each level of the tray. The trick to making this look curated instead of cluttered is to stick to a color palette. I'm using all white and natural wood tones here, with just a touch of greenery. Everything coordinates, nothing clashes. This gives it that expensive, collected over time look rather than a "I dumped everything I found at the craft store" look. Place this on a side table, a bench, or even on a wide porch railing if it's stable. It becomes a conversation piece. People will lean in to look at all the little details, and it gives them something to comment on and connect over. Segment 4. Ground and Stair Decor. Let's move down to ground level with some charming touches that welcome guests before they even reach your door. These projects help guide people up to your entrance and create that sense of arrival. DIY 10. Painted Pumpkin Snow Family. These painted pumpkin snow people are whimsical without being childish, and they make everyone smile, even the grumpiest neighbor. I'm using white craft pumpkins, not real ones, so these will last year after year. You can find these at Dollar Tree, or if you have orange craft pumpkins left over from fall, just spray paint them white. With a black paint marker, draw simple faces. I'm talking stick figure simple, dots for eyes, dots for a mouth, maybe a carrot-shaped nose. Add little fabric scraps for scarves. Cut strips from old flannel shirts, fleece fabric, or even that plaid ribbon from Dollar Tree. Tie them around the stems like little necks. Arrange the pumpkins in a family grouping, maybe a tall one, a medium one, and a small one, like a mom, dad, and child. Or create a whole neighborhood of snow people. They're charming, they're weatherproof, and they make people smile. That's a win in my book. And here's what I love. Children especially adore these. If you have grandkids who visit, they'll get such a kick out of your pumpkin snow family. DIY 11. Galvanized Bucket Gardens. For the stairs, I love using galvanized bucket gardens. Fill metal buckets with evergreen branches, red berries, and pine cones. These are heavy enough to stay put in the wind, which is important for those of us who don't want to chase decorations down the street. Line them up the steps for a grand entrance, or place one on each side of your porch. The galvanized metal has that farmhouse chic look that's so popular right now. DIY 12. Wooden crate cozy corners. Here's a cozy corner idea. Wooden crate cozy corners. Stack wooden crates. You can find these at Dollar Tree or paint up some cheaper ones and drape them with a plaid blanket or fabric. Tuck a lantern inside. Add some mini skis or a little sled leaning against the side. This creates a hygge, inviting feeling. And here's the practical part. You can actually store your outdoor cushions inside those crates. Functional and beautiful. Segment 5. Table and surface styling. Now let's talk about dressing up those horizontal surfaces, tables, benches, railings. DIY 13. Mercury glass centerpiece. This mercury glass centerpiece looks like it cost a fortune, but I made it for about $5. Take clear glass vases from Dollar Tree and spray them with looking glass spray paint. You just mist it on from about a foot away, let it speckle naturally, and you get that antique mercury glass look. Fill them with white flowers and silver picks, and no one will believe these started as dollar store vases. This technique works on any glass item, candle holders, jars, even plates. DIY 14. Wooden bead garland with greenery. For porch railings, I adore these wooden bead garlands with greenery. String a wood bead garland along the railing. Then weave in faux eucalyptus and small ornaments. It's soft, it's tactile, and it adds so much warmth and texture. You can also use this as a table runner. It drapes beautifully and gives you that collected over time look. DIY 15. Hot cocoa station setup. Here's something functional and pretty, a hot cocoa station setup. Use a tiered stand. Dollar Tree has these. And fill mason jars with marshmallows, candy canes, and cocoa mix. Add chalkboard labels, set the whole thing on a decorative tray, and you've got something that's actually useful when friends stop by. It's decor that works for you, not just sits there looking pretty. Segment 6. Quick accent pieces. Sometimes you just need something quick that makes an instant impact. These next projects take 5 to 10 minutes each. DIY 16. Frosted pine cone bowl. This frosted pine cone bowl is as simple as it gets. Take a large bowl, fill it with pine cones, give them a light misting of white paint, maybe a touch of glitter spray, and done. The white-tipped pine cones look like they've been dusted with fresh snow. It's a natural element that brings organic texture to any surface, and you probably already have pine cones in your yard. DIY 17. Ribbon and ornament door swagged. Here's a door alternative for those of you who can't hang wreaths. A ribbon and ornament door swag. Take wire edge ribbon, the kind that holds its shape. Create a big bow and attach ornament picks to the tails using zip ties. Hang this from your door knocker or a command hook. It's lighter than a wreath, easier to store, and you can swap out the ribbon for different looks throughout the season. DIY 18. Book stack decor. I love using book stack decor for adding height to tables and surfaces. Take old hardcover books, paint the spines in colors that match your scheme, stack them up, and top with something decorative, a small lantern, a candle, a mini tree. It's vintage, it's charming, and it fills space beautifully. DIY 19. Window box winter refresh. Don't forget your window boxes. A winter window box refresh can be done in 15 minutes. Remove your summer plants, fill the box with foam blocks, and stick in evergreen picks and winter stems. Use the thriller, filler, spiller method, something tall in the back, medium fullness in the middle, and something trailing over the edge. Instant curb appeal that's visible from the street. DIY 20. Chair back embellishments. And here's a spot you might not have thought of, your porch chairs. These chair back embellishments are just small wreaths or greenery bundles tied with ribbon to the back of chairs. It turns your seating into part of the decor, and they're easy to remove when you actually want to sit down. Before we wrap up, let me share a few professional secrets that will make all these projects last longer and look better. First, weatherproofing. If you're putting anything in an uncovered area, give it a light coat of clear acrylic sealer spray. This protects paint, prevents fading, and helps things withstand moisture. Work in a ventilated area and use a mask, important for all of us, but especially for seniors. Let's talk command hooks for a minute, because these are your best friend for damage-free decorating. They come in different sizes with different weight limits. The small ones hold up to a pound, medium hold 3 pounds, and large can hold up to 5 pounds. Follow the directions exactly. Clean the surface with rubbing alcohol first, press firmly for 30 seconds, and wait an hour before hanging anything. When it's time to take them down, pull straight down slowly, and they'll come off without damaging your paint. And finally, color coordination. I always recommend choosing one palette and sticking to it. Classic red, green, and white never goes out of style. Elegant silver, white, and navy looks sophisticated. And rustic natural, cream, and burgundy feels warm and inviting. Pick your palette before you go shopping, and you won't end up with a mishmash of colors that don't work together. There you have it. More than 20 ways to transform your patio and porch into a winter showcase using nothing but Dollar Tree finds and a little creativity. Remember, the key to stunning winter decor is layering textures, playing with different heights, and not being afraid to mix natural elements with a little sparkle. And here's my senior-friendly reminder. Take your time, work at your own pace, and enlist a friend. Decorating is always more fun together, and many hands make light work. Which project are you most excited to try? I'd love to know. Leave me a comment down below. And tell me, what's your biggest challenge with winter porch decorating? Maybe we can solve it together in a future video. If you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to Senior Green Thumbs if you haven't already, and hit that bell so you don't miss our next project. Until next time, keep those green thumbs busy, even in winter. Happy decorating, everyone!